Hello, everybody. Do we have people here? Awesome. Okay. So I think I'll give it just a couple of minutes to see if more people join. How's everybody doing? Y'all excited for some mindfulness? That's kind of the opposite of where we're going with today's workshop. When I think about it, we want to kind of pump down. Exactly. Yes. Mindfulness, calm down. Well, let us just start going over the basics. I'm sure people who join us can catch up. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Small Things Con How to Get Rid of Wrackspurts workshop. For those of you who don't know, Small Things Con is a free virtual convention being offered by the Harry Potter Alliance, or as I will refer to them from now on, HPA. The inspiration behind this con is small things for big times. This pandemic is a difficult, stressful, and without a doubt, big time for everyone. So the HPA is offering small things like this convention because even small things can do some good in the world. If you're enjoying Small Things Con so far, the Harry Potter Alliance really needs your help so that they can continue doing good things in the world. You can go to the link that I think Ashley will be able to put up in the chat box for me, but it's also here on the screen, bit.ly/supportgranger2020. And remember, even small things and small donations can make a huge difference. So let me see here. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad to see you all here. Let's move on to our next slide. There we go. In case your screen doesn't play this properly, there is a GIF or GIF or however you pronounce it. I'm not about to get into an argument about that. Of Luna in the movies lifting her specter specs and saying, "Wrackspurts, your head's full of them." So let's get to the purpose of this workshop. As you can see from the name, I am here to show you some methods that can be very effective in getting rid of Wrackspurts. For those of you who don't read the Quibbler, Luna Lovegood describes Wrackspurts as invisible, magical creatures that float in your ears and make your brain go fuzzy. It is rumored that you can dispel Wrackspurts by thinking positive thoughts, but that isn't always easy to do, especially during times that cause high levels of stress, anxiety, depression, fear, sadness, and so on, like what we are all experiencing now. Luckily, there are other things you can try to wrangle those Wrackspurts, including practicing mindfulness. And that's where I come in. My name is Kerry, and my pronouns are she, her. I am the Wizard Activist School team lead for the HPA, and I have an MSW, or a Master of Social Work degree, from the University of Southern California. I'm also a licensed social worker and certified school social worker in my home state, and I have quite a bit of experience using mindfulness both for myself and as a social worker. I will be co-hosting this event with Ashley. Her pronouns are she, her, and she's one of the Wizard Activist School facilitators. Everyone say hi to Ashley. You'll see her popping up in the chat with links and info throughout the workshop, and she will be helping to moderate the chat as well. And speaking of links, Ashley, could you post the links to the infographic and resources doc in the chat? The links Ashley is posting will lead you to an infographic with some basic information that will be covered today, and also to a Google Doc full of information about mindfulness, mental health resources, and free meditations. And of course, if you have any questions about anything we cover today, please feel free to stay after we finish the meditation. I will hang around for a bit to see if anybody has anything they would like to discuss. I will be leading you through a guided meditation at the end of this workshop, and I wanted to let you know that if you are able to, you should try to find a quiet place where you can relax and be comfortable when it is time for the meditation. Oh, everybody's saying hi to Ashley. That's awesome. Yay. Okay, so Mindfulness 101. According to John Kabat-Zinn, who is the creator of a popular and evidence-based program called Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction, mindfulness is the awareness that arises through paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally, which sounds really intimidating. Am I right? So let me put it another way. Mindfulness is the basic human ability to be fully present, aware of where we are and what we are doing, and not overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's going on around us. When I say mindfulness is a basic human ability, I am referring to the fact that every human being already possesses mindfulness as an innate quality. So each and every one of you already have mindfulness built in. You just need to learn how to access it and cultivate it. For example, have you ever sat in front of a TV watching a show or on a computer scrolling through social media while eating something at the same time? Let me know in the chat box if you've done something like that. And if you say you haven't, you're probably a liar, because I certainly have, and pretty much everybody I know has. Anybody? Really? I'm the only one who watches something? Oh, okay, there we go. I was about to feel very alone right now. Well, for those of you who have done that, have you ever noticed that more often than not, you will suddenly realize you have eaten your entire snack or meal, but you have very little memory of doing so? I have to admit that I've definitely done things like that, and to be honest, I still do. But that's okay. The point is to show you what not being mindful looks like so you can understand better what being mindful is. When you aren't being mindful, you tend to miss things because your brain is trying to process so much stuff. Like, for example, the TV show you are watching, and that presentation you have coming up that you're so nervous about, and that embarrassing thing you did in the third grade. It's also thinking about the fact that your back hurts and you're eating food and so on and so forth. And with all that going on, some of the things just fall through the cracks and don't catch your attention. Yes, the sad thing is when the food is gone. I agree. That's the worst part about it. So, when there's so much going on that it's very likely you're not able to fully focus on any piece of it. You don't remember eating because part of your focus was on the TV show, but you also missed little bits and pieces of the TV show because you were thinking about your presentation. And speaking of the presentation, you probably weren't able to pinpoint what had you so nervous or come up with a plan to feel more confident because you were also thinking about how much your back hurt. But you didn't do anything about the back pain because you were so busy reliving that terribly embarrassing third grade memory. But luckily, mindfulness can help. Engaging in mindfulness actually lights up parts of our brain that are not normally activated when we are mindlessly running on autopilot, like in the scenario I mentioned. So it not only stops us from getting overwhelmed, it also helps us focus on what we are experiencing so we can better figure out how to address what we are experiencing. Now, I'm going to tell you the most important thing about mindfulness. If you learn only one thing during the workshop, let it be this: there is no wrong way to engage in mindfulness. None. You don't need to clear your mind or find your center, unless you want to, of course. But people usually think they're messing up when engaging in mindfulness if they aren't able to do those things because their minds are so busy. However, it is entirely normal to have a busy mind, and the point of mindfulness is not for you to empty it. Any questions so far? Taking a look. Everybody wants that popcorn, huh? And yes, Ashley, that memory. Third grade is a rough time for a lot of people. Okay. Well, now that we know there's no wrong way to engage in mindfulness, let me explain that if you are meditating and you realize you've gotten lost in thought, that's actually the first step to mindfulness. You notice the distracting thought or feeling, you mentally acknowledge whatever you were thinking or feeling, and then gently return your focus to your meditation. It's also important to be kind to your mind's wanderings, no matter how many times it happens. You don't need to be forceful in redirecting your mind to focus on your meditation. And if you are struggling with redirecting your mind, you can instead practice observing whatever thoughts and feelings you are having without reacting to them. So if you're feeling tired, then you think about the fact that you are tired, but you don't go to sleep because you're trying to focus on your meditation. It's in a way you need to pay attention to your thoughts and feelings so that they feel like they're being heard. It's kind of like a little kid. And then once you are able to gently redirect your mind away from them, you're back to your meditation, and that's it. Mindfulness in a nutshell. Anybody else? Hmm? I know it's really hard when I'm meditating and I get an itch like on my nose. I want so badly to scratch it. And when I was in meditation classes, the teacher would always say, acknowledge the itch, but don't act on it. And it sounds like the hardest thing in the world. But first of all, if you do act on it, that's okay, as long as you do it mindfully. So you think to yourself, I have an itch, it's on my nose. I'm going to raise my arm, scratch the itch, and put my arm back down and return to the meditation. Boom, mindfulness. So now I'd like to take a few moments here to go over the benefits of mindfulness. I have to make a couple of disclaimers first, though. One, I swear to Merlin, I'm not exaggerating the number of ways mindfulness can be beneficial. And two, just because mindfulness can benefit people in a number of ways, it will not benefit all the people in all of the ways at all of the times. And that's because we are all unique, and so we respond to things in different ways. Bam, look at that screen. That is a lot of words, and that's because there are a lot of benefits to mindfulness. So, mindfulness can improve well-being and allow you to better form deep connections with others, improve physical health by relieving stress, treating heart disease, lowering blood pressure, reducing chronic pain, improving sleep, and alleviating gastrointestinal issues. It can improve mental health by being included as part of a treatment plan to address a variety of things, including depression, substance abuse, eating disorders, couples conflicts, anxiety disorders, and obsessive compulsive disorder. It can help hone your innate ability to focus and reduce brain chatter. It can boost your creativity, and it actually has been found to strengthen neural connections, which in turn can boost your concentration, flexibility, and awareness. When I say flexibility, I mean mental flexibility, not not like you'll be able to do a split all of a sudden. Although I suppose you could try. I'm not going to though. How's everyone doing so far? Oh, yes. I have fallen asleep doing what's called a body scan, which is a mindfulness exercise. And you're not supposed to, but I've discovered that for me, body scans are relaxing enough that they help me fall asleep. So if I have insomnia or I'm not able to quiet my mind enough to go to sleep, I will put on a body scan and let it help me fall asleep. So I think the takeaway here is just because you're not supposed to doesn't mean it's bad or wrong. It's depends on what works for you. Pardon me while I take a drink. That was a lot of words. Okay. Next up, the mindfulness attention awareness scale. So Ashley, if you are able to, post the link to that scale, or people can simply type in what they see here on the screen. Where was I? Oh, so before we get to the guided meditation part of this workshop, I'd like each of you to complete the Mindful Attention Awareness Scale, or the MAAS. This scale is 15 questions, and it's designed to give you an idea of how mindful you currently are. There are no bad scores. The results are only meant to show you where you are starting when it comes to mindfulness and to help you gauge whether your mindfulness practices are working for you. So please follow the link and take this little scale. And when you get back, just type something in the chat box, whether it be your score, if you want to share it, or simply the word done. And I promise I'll share my score when you come back to. Yes, that's very true. Part of mindfulness is listening to what your body needs, which means if you fall asleep doing a certain activity, then you're doing that mindfully. It's like there's no wrong way to do it. Is anyone having problem accessing the scale? Okay, great. Thank you, Ashley. You got a 44. So I'll wait a few more minutes to see if anybody else wants to come back. Oh no, my Bitly wink link didn't work. That's disappointing. And no problem, Robin. Take your time. Oh, good. Thank you, C. Just realized I'm like nodding along to all the chat and nobody has any idea why I'm nodding. So I thought I'd tell you it's because I'm reading the chat. Okay, I'm gonna give it one more minute. And if you're not done, it's okay, you can keep going. But I don't want to have too much blank space if people are watching this as a recording later. If it gives you a percentage, that's fine. It sounds like you got the virtual version where it lets you click to give an answer. The one I was referring to is a PDF that's printable, but the number is about the same as what you would get either way. Just drop the percentage part off and concentrate on the number. Okay, we've got some people coming back. So, my score when I took this test last night was a 64. The higher the number generally means the more mindful you are currently in your life. So if you have a 2, that's fine because the only point of this scale is to give you a starting point. That way, if you decide you really are very interested in mindfulness, you like the meditation today, and you want to keep going, you can refer back to this scale and see how your score may be improving or not. And then you can use that information to adjust your mindful practice accordingly. It's literally all this is just information. So, does anybody else have any comments they want to make at this point? Sorry, a bee keeps flying into my window and it's very distracting. Okay, let's move on then. Next, I want to talk about something called progressive muscle relaxation. The meditation we'll be doing today is called progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR. It's a form of mindfulness meditation that involves tensing various muscles throughout your body. Please do not strain yourself when you're doing this. You do not need to exert yourself. Just contract each muscle firmly but gently as you breathe in. And if you feel physically, mentally, and or emotionally uncomfortable at any time, you can simply relax and breathe along with the exercises or stop participating and wait for the meditation to end. The script I will be using today is one that I adapted from 2 already in existent PMR scripts, one of which belonged to Baylor University and the other belongs to Berkeley Law School. And yes, Robin, I can admit that I am very bad at golf, so maybe that's the trade-off. I happen to have 2 versions of the script I adapted. One will take about 10 or so minutes, and the other is a little bit longer at about 15 or so minutes. Please chime in the chat if you have a preference of the shorter or slightly longer one. Anna, that's a very good point. Yes, the scale is something that is not universal. And so if you are autistic, some of the statements are symptoms of autism, and that makes it very difficult for you to tell if it's mindfulness or is it autism, and that can kind of skew the score one way or the other. But like I said, the point of this is just to have information. So, for example, if you got a score of 5, even though some of those statements might not really work in your situation, when you take it later, they still won't work in your situation, but the ones that do will change the number. So you've still got a starting point. I don't know. I think we might be doing the longer meditation. All right. Let us jump on to the actual meditation. And before we start, I want you to keep in mind that there are a lot of different ways to meditate. Lost my place. There are a lot of different ways to meditate. And if this one does not work for you, that's okay. It just means you haven't found your way of meditating. There are a ton of links in the resource document that we put the link up for earlier. And some of those may be helpful in discovering what works for you. All right, so we have either Word Wizard A has to go. Emily says shorter. Anna says fine with either length. Well, okay, since most people are fine with either length, Emily specifically voted for shorter, so we're going to do the shorter one. Let me get ready. Okay. You're going to hear a little background music with this too, and I just want to credit that as music that is on the Insight Timer app. And it is called Calming Music for Insomnia by Darren J. Benjamin. Oh, you're welcome, Anna. It's no problem. The scale, sometimes people think any score, with scales, people tend to think there's good and bad results, and that's not true of this one, fortunately. All right, so here comes the music. Let me know if it's too loud. If you are able to do so, find yourself a quiet place to relax. You can also turn off your phone and dim the lights if you would like to. This is your time, a time for complete and utter relaxation. For this relaxation, you can either sit or lie down. Just make sure that you are warm enough and that you are comfortable. Let your hands rest loosely in your lap or by your side. If you wish to, you may close your eyes. If you want to keep your eyes open, you should pick something around you to look toward and then allow your eyes to become unfocused. Allow your attention to focus only on your body. If you begin to notice your mind wandering, bring it back to the muscle you will be working on. Become aware of your breathing and notice how your abdomen rises and falls with each breath. Now take a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose, all the way down into your stomach. Hold the breath for just a moment and then exhale through your mouth. Allow your breath to carry away all stress and tension as the air floods out of your lungs. Take another slow breath in through your nose Fill your lungs completely, hold it, and release the breath through your mouth. Empty your lungs completely. Take a third deep breath in, hold it, and let it go. Feel that your body has already undergone a change. The tension in your body has begun to loosen and subside. Now let your breathing rhythm return to normal and relax. Bring your awareness to your feet and toes. Breathe in deeply through your nose, and as you do, gradually curl your toes down and tense the muscles in the soles of your feet. Hold your breath for just a few seconds, and then release the muscles in your feet as you breathe out. Feel the tension in your feet wash away as you exhale. Notice how different your feet feel when tensed and when they are relaxed. Feel yourself relaxing more and more deeply with each breath. Your whole body and more relaxed as each moment passes. Now bring your awareness to your lower legs, to your calf muscles. As you draw in a nice, deep breath, point your toes up toward your knees and tighten these muscles. Hold for just a moment, and then let those muscles go limp as you exhale. Feel your muscles relax. Feel the tension washing away with your out-breath. In a moment, you will tense the muscles in the front of your thighs. If you are lying down, you can do this by trying to straighten your legs. You'll feel the muscles pulling your kneecap upwards. If you are seated, you can tense these muscles by pushing your heels down into the floor. Take a deep breath in and tense the muscles in your thighs. Hold for just a moment and then release everything. As you do this, the blood flow to your muscles increases, and you may notice a warm, tingling sensation. Enjoy this feeling of soothing relaxation in your thighs. Draw in a nice, deep breath and gradually tighten the muscles in your buttocks. Hold this contraction for a few seconds and then release your breath. Feel the tension leaving your muscles. Feel them relaxing completely. You are becoming more and more deeply relaxed. Take another breath, and this time, gradually tighten all the muscles in your legs, from your feet to your buttocks. Do this in whatever way feels natural and comfortable to you. Hold it, and now release all these large, strong muscles. Enjoy the sensation of release as you become even more deeply relaxed. Now, bring your awareness to your stomach. Draw in a nice, deep breath and tighten these muscles. Imagine you are trying to touch your belly button to your spine. Now release your breath and let your muscles relax. Notice the sensation of relief that comes from letting go. Bring your awareness to the muscles in your back. As you slowly breathe in, arch your back slightly and tighten these muscles. Now release your breath and let your muscles relax. Give your attention to your shoulder muscles and the muscles in your neck. As you slowly draw in a nice deep breath, pull your shoulders up towards your ears and squeeze these muscles firmly. Now breathe out completely and allow your contracted muscles to go loose and limp. Feel the heaviness in your body now. Enjoy the feeling. Feel yourself becoming heavier and heavier. Feel yourself becoming more and more deeply relaxed. You are calm, secure, at peace. Now it's time to let go of all the tension in your arms and hands. Start with your upper arms. As you breathe in, raise your wrists towards your shoulders and tighten the muscles in your upper arms. Hold that breath and that contraction for just a moment, and then gently lower your arms and breathe all the way out. You may feel a warm, burning sensation in your muscles when you tighten them. Feel how relaxing it is to release that tightness and breathe away all tension. Now, bring your awareness to your forearms. As you breathe in, curl your hands inward as though you are trying to touch the insides of your elbows with your fingertips. Hold it. Now feel the tension subside as you relax and breathe out. Take another breath in and tightly clench your fists. When you have finished breathing in, hold for just a few seconds and then release. Notice any feelings of buzzing or throbbing. Your hands are becoming very soft and relaxed. Take a couple of nice, long, slow breaths now and just relax. Feel yourself slipping even deeper into a state of complete rest. Now tighten the muscles in your face by squeezing your eyes shut and clenching your lips together. As you do, breathe in fully. Hold it. Now breathe out and relax all your facial muscles. Feel your face softening. Finally, bring your awareness to the muscles in your jaw. Take a deep breath in and open your mouth as wide as you comfortably can. Feel your jaw muscles stretching and tightening. Now exhale and allow your mouth to gently close. You are now completely relaxed from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. Please take a few more minutes to rest. Relax. Listen to the sound of your breathing and enjoy the lovely, warm sensation of physical relaxation. Feel the weight of your relaxed body. Breathe in and out. In out. In out. Now begin to change your focus from your body to the space around you. Slowly begin to notice any sounds you may have tuned out. Notice any scents in the air. Become aware of any sensations you feel, like a breeze over your skin or the texture of the fabric under your fingertips. Soon you're going to hear 3 chimes. When you hear them, whenever you feel ready, you can slowly open or refocus your eyes. Whenever you feel ready, drop something into the chat box. Okay, there we go. See, I feel you. I tend to have so many tabs open. And even attending a session about mindfulness, I probably would not have been paying enough attention to. Happens to everybody. I'm glad to see so many people enjoyed it. So, welcome back. If you're comfortable doing so and you want to let me know how that went for you, I'd love to hear it. And Ashley will hopefully post the links in the chat box again, the infographic and the workshop, the infographic about the workshop and the Google Doc with all the extra resources. And once again, I want to say if you're enjoying Small Things Con, the Harry Potter Alliance really needs your help so they can continue doing good in the world. You can go to the link that hopefully Ashley puts in the chat box for me, or to the one that's on the bottom of the screen, and give whatever you are able. Remember, as I said before, even small things and small donations can make a huge difference. Oh, see, good idea. C said, I left my laptop and phone on my desk and did the exercise lying down so there was less temptation to work on other things. It is a very good trick to use. Okay, Ashley's going to try and post our links. And while that is going on, I just want to say one last thing. And I'm not going to lie, this actual image was done by Ashley in her workshop, and I liked it so much that I borrowed it. With everything we are all going through, this quote means more than ever. We're all in this together. And I hope Neville doesn't mind that I'd like to add one extra thing, and that is that we'll all get through this together too. So I'll stick around for a few minutes in case anyone else wants to share their experience or ask questions. Otherwise, have a magical day, everyone. Oh, they're still not linking, huh? Rose, that's good to know. Rose said breathing prompts are anxiety inducing for them. So they followed along without the breathing prompts and enjoyed it. That is adapting something so that it works best for you is all part of mindfulness too. It really is. There's no right or wrong, only information and how you use it. All right. think I will sign off now. And like I said, we're all in this together and have a magical day, everybody. Bye.